Dead by Daylight is one of, if not the most popular asymmetrical horror games out right now. Dead by Daylight is even getting on average about 70,000 players per day. That's pretty good for a 9-year-old game. Yet, despite all those stats, people are still saying that DBD is dying. Now, if people are still playing the game, how could it still be considered a dying game? It's because people don't want to play DBD. They want to play asymmetrical horror games, but DBD just happens to be the only good asymmetrical horror game left. The last good asymmetrical horror game that was out was Friday the 13th. That shut down. But maybe there are some good asymmetrical horror games on a different platform. On Roblox. Forsaken is an 8v1 asymmetrical horror game where 8 people are survivors and 1 is the killer. The killer's goal is to kill every survivor before the timer runs out, and the survivors have to live as long as they can. The survivors can do generators to get rid of some time on the timer, while killers can kill survivors to add some. There are currently 6 killers and 11 survivors that you can play at the time of recording this video, each with their own unique and special abilities. There are 3 categories of survivors. Survivalists. They are the best at keeping themselves alive and wasting the killer's time. Sentinels can stun the killer, buying their teammates time to run away or gain stamina. And supports can heal or assist the team in all different ways, but are weak and easier to kill and chase. Now that we have the basic mechanics out of the way, is the game actually any good? Forsaken is a good game, for sure. The only real problem with the game is the devs, and of course, the Forsaken fandom is one of the weirdest and most diverse fandoms I've ever seen in my life. On one hand, you have weirdos who ship Cool Kid, a killer in the game, and 007 and 7, a survivor, who in the game's lore are father and son, and Cool Kid is only 10 years old. On another hand, you have toxic children who don't understand how the game works despite having 15 plus days. Thankfully, the people who ship and toxic players are very rare sightings nowadays. Most people are like me and just enjoy the game and try to have fun. So this is going to be the only part of the video that's like completely unscripted, no scripting at all for this part. Apparently, the now ex-owner of Forsaken did some horrible things, soul-driven love. I don't have enough knowledge on the topic to talk about it myself. I recommend this video here. Just watch this video so you know what game you're getting into and who the ex-owner was and all that drama. Now, with all that said, would I recommend the game? Absolutely. The game is a pretty fun experience once you get into it, and it's definitely worth a try. Hey, I can't help but notice that you're still watching the video. If you like the video, please give me a subscribe and like the video. It helps me out a ton. Thank you very much. Violence District is a casual, asymmetrical horror game where 5 survivors have to survive against a killer and escape. To escape, the survivors must complete 5 generators spread across the map. Violence District has 7 killers at the time of recording this, each with their own different playstyle. The survivors in this game have 0 abilities, although they do have items and perks, and can use pallets to stun the killer. Now that we know the basic mechanics, let's get to the actual review. Violence District is a lot more like DBD than Forsaken or any other game we'll be covering in this video. It has almost the exact same gameplay loop to a T, except for the fact that there's a 14-minute time limit on any game you play. And that's why I don't really recommend the game very much. It's basically a janky version of DBD with less killers and less players. The only people that should really be playing this are people that don't have enough money for the actual real DBD. Now, let's move on to the next game. Die of Death is an 8v1 asymmetrical horror game where 8 civilians must survive against 1 killer. The killer has to kill every single civilian before the time runs out. The civilians must do whatever they can to survive. There are only 5 killers as of recording this video, each with vastly different skill sets. There aren't different survivors, although there are different abilities they can choose at the start of each round with randomized cards. That's it for the basic mechanics, on to the actual review. For a game that's, and I quote, made for fun to mock the current asymmetrical system, Die of Death is a pretty good game, and I personally enjoy it. The only slight problem I have is how much you winning or not depends on luck, like whether or not you or the survivors you're with or going against get good abilities or not. Other than that, this game is high on my recommendation list and it's definitely worth a shot. All in all, none of these games are necessarily bad. Forsaken you play if you want a more competitive experience, Die of Death is good for more casual and laid back gameplay, while Violence District is good if you want to play a game that is just like DBD. Speaking of Dead by Daylight, I really hope Behavior, the developers of Dead by Daylight, get their act together and fix DBD, because right now it definitely is not in the best state. Anyways, that's it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will talk to you guys next time. Like and subscribe please, it'll help me out. Adios amigos.